Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Mercer County Football Show here on WBCB1490.com. Alongside Rich Fisher, I'm Mike Sampson. So great to have you along with us for another edition. And Rich, it was upset week in Mercer County.
Well, I'm a little upset. I lost my college/NFL pool by a half a point.
No!
Me and my buddy and another had 14 right going into the Sunday night game. Another guy had 14 right going into the Sunday night game. We had Houston giving 3.5.
No!
They lost by 3.
No!
So I'm in a bad mood this week, Mike.
No!
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm not happy for the guy who won, Binger. He was a referee in Mercer County.
Okay.
Bing, not happy for you. Anyway, it was an upset week.
Are we going to have to dump you again this week?
No, I'll be here. Got a lot of questions on that, too. Yes, upset week, and as we say it every week, every single week, there's a shocking game that we didn't see coming, and this week I was at it. Notre Dame at Nottingham, what an unbelievable game. Mm-hmm. Notre Dame comes up with a 19-0 lead after one quarter. I mean, everybody's just shocked, and you were waiting for Nottingham to make that comeback because they'd come from behind a couple other games this year, and, you know, they had the experience and everything else. But the game ended with Nottingham throwing an interception to Joe Gallagher, who's made some big plays for Notre Dame this year. Joe intercepted it in the end zone to end the game. They got 2 touchdowns on the exact same play by Kyle and Fairman, where they just threw a little sideline pass out to Fairman on the sideline. He took off. He got a 12-yard run and a 76-yard run for touchdowns. And his comment to me after the game, I said, "What were the plays there?" And he said, I just said, "Yo, I'm open. Throw it." And that's how it worked out.
There you go.
So, Notre Dame had a lot of chances to fold in that game. Nottingham was really pressuring them in the last quarter, and the defense came through. And hey, kudos to Notre Dame, man! What a great win for them.
Yeah, it really was. 19-14 was the final in that game. A game that was heard on 107.7 FM and 107.7thebronx.com. Another game on Friday night. Lawrence bounced back following their loss to Ewing in a shootout.
Yeah, Mike.
West Windsor, Plainsboro North.
You called it last week. You said there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game, and there certainly was. 48-38, and it was 2 different styles going at each other. Lawrence rushed for, 364 yards, and Brian Murphy for West Windsor North threw for 305 yards and 4 touchdowns. But it was the Miles Mitchell-White show. Mitchell-White, 2 punt returns, 72 and 35 yards for a touchdown. He rushed for 151 yards in the touchdown. Devon Hemingway rushed for 130 yards and 2 TDs. So the ground game overcame the passing game, but not by much. And what a great game that must have been to watch.
Yeah, that one was on Friday night. And also, Robbinsville getting another win over the world-famous Lindenwold by a touchdown, 28-21.
Lindenwold is famous in South Jersey. You better hope we don't have viewers down there. But, yeah, that was another high-scoring affair. And Robbinsville evened its record up again at 3-3. This was in overtime. Taylor Twomley hit Dylan Scholl with an 18-yard touchdown pass in the first overtime. Second overtime win of the year for the Ravens. They beat New Egypt in overtime, too. Taylor Twomley had a great game. He threw for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns, rushed for 24 yards, and the other 2 touchdowns. Right. And these Twomley triplets, their fingerprints were all over this game again. Kyle rushed for 110 yards and had 15 tackles and 3 forced fumbles. Jared caught 5 passes for 80 yards and a touchdown. Played some pretty good defense, so those guys are something special.
And what's great to see about Robbinsville is in years past they were finding ways to lose. Now they're finding ways to win.
Exactly, Mike. Exactly, and that's a big credit to Andrew Patterson and his staff. They're doing a great job.
The Mercer County Football Show is presented by St. Francis Medical Center, your heart hospital in the city of Trenton. And when we come back, we'll take a look at our superlatives for the week. You're watching the Mercer County Football Show here on WBCB1490.com.
Hello, this is Acting Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County teams the best of luck, and I would also like to urge parents to be involved in your children's activities. Urge them to participate in after-school activities, whether it's on the athletic field or in the school play or marching band. Participation in these programs is a great learning experience for your child. Parents, please stay involved. This is your Acting Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Jerry Blavitt here to tell you about St. Francis Medical Center. the Heart Hospital in the city of Trenton. St. Francis Medical Center is one of the region's top cardiac care centers, serving all of Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. Their staff of highly trained physicians provide state-of-the-art heart care to patients with cardiovascular disease and pride themselves as being the only regional heart center to offer a full spectrum of individualized services. And Consumer Report ranks St. Francis Medical Center in the top 10 hospitals in New Jersey for safety, and the number 1 hospital in Mercer County, St. Francis Medical Center, the Heart Hospital.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome back to the Mercer County Football Show, presented by the St. Francis Medical Center, your heart hospital in the city of Trenton, alongside Rich Fisher. I'm Mike Sames. So it's time to take a look at the superlatives for this week. First, we'll start with the 12th Man Touchdown Club honorees. Elijah Blue Wilmot, 34 carries, 221 yards, and 3 touchdowns in Hopewell's win over Steinert that we'll touch on in a little bit. Alfredo Condi was the Offensive Lineman of the Week from West Windsor, Plainsboro South. Defensive Back of the Week was Jared Twomley from Robbinsville, and as you mentioned, Jared had a great week and had the interception on the goal line to seal their win against Lindenwold. And this Robbinsville team is just, we haven't had a chance to see them yet, but all their games look entertaining.
Yeah, they do. They sure do.
So they've had a great season thus far with Andrew Patterson and his team. Defensive Lineman of the Week, Blake Becker, 7 tackles, 2 sacks, stepped in and played some offensive line as well. He was a big part of Notre Dame getting their first win. And the Special Teams Player of the Week from Pennington was Chase Williams. He was 3 for 3 on extra points, had some well-placed kickoffs, punted effectively as well in Pennington's win. So Chase Williams was the Player of the Week for the 12th Man Touchdown Club. Now let's move on to the important part, what me and Rich actually think.
Yes.
So we'll go with your Team of the Week first.
Why don't we go with your Team of the Week first, since it's the obvious one.
It is the obvious one. It's Notre Dame getting their first win of the season over Nottingham, and what a great win that was. What a great game it was. I wasn't out there, but I was listening to the game on 107.7 The Bronx, and it was just awesome to hear the energy that really swept through Monsignor Walter Nolan Field. It was coming through the radio, and it seemed like it was quite a while.
Oh, it was great. It was a big crowd. They had a pink out. I mean, everybody wearing their pink for breast cancer awareness, and pretty wild halftime. It was a great night. It was like the glory days at Notre Dame. My Team of the Week, and just so everybody understands, we always pick different teams, so I'm not I'm not ignoring Notre Dame. But
so much so that I even advocated that we could both have Notre Dame as our Team of the Week. And he said, no, I've got to pick someone else.
We've got to spread the joy around. But
he's a principled man, Rich Fisher.
Well, yeah, that's for not sure. Anyway, there was another deserving team, and that is that Hopewell team that he just talked about, with Elijah Blue Wilmot leading the way. Hopewell, this is another team that's been struggling really bad. Their only win was against winless Notre Dame up till last week. They were playing a Steiner team that was feeling pretty good about itself and playing pretty well. Hopewell took a 13-0 lead and then blew it, and they were down 20-13. I mean, they had every chance to just say, you know what, we're having a bad year, let's just mail it in. And they came back for a 32-20 victory. That shows a lot of guts and a lot of tough mindset by Hopewell. So I see no problem with making them my Team of the Week.
My Player of the Week is Miles Mitchell-White from Lawrence. How could it be anyone else? 72 and 35 yards. Those were the 2 distances on the punt returns that he had for touchdowns. And then threw in ho-hum 150 yards rushing on the day as well.
I'll tell you how it could be anyone else. How about that West Windsor South, Zion Cooper? 335 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. And their 42-14 win over Princeton. Yeah. Zion Cooper ran wild, and we said he's been having a good year. Yeah, he's one of those guys flying under the radar because South isn't winning, but he was definitely detected this week, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he certainly was. And that, again, doesn't that hold to our rule? 300 yards rushing and you get some kind of honor race?
That's exactly right, pal.
Those are our superlatives this week in Mercer County. And when we come back here on the Mercer County Football Show, we'll take a look at a quiet Friday night, but a busy Saturday afternoon in Mercer County. You're watching the Mercer County Football Show, presented by the St. Francis Medical Center, your heart hospital here in the city of Trenton.
Merrill Reese, here to tell you about my good friends at Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. For outstanding sales and service, you can depend on the folks at Haldeman Ford Subaru for the best value on new and pre-owned Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, along with a great selection of value-priced new and pre-owned Subarus. And no one offers the service that Haldeman does in their huge, state-of-the-art service facility. Service so great, that many area municipalities and commercial fleets get their service performed by Haldeman Ford Subaru. From Langhorne to Princeton, folks like you to commercial fleets trust the name Haldeman for sales and service. Haldeman Ford Subaru, Route 33 in Hamilton Township.